Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wednesday night game, Tales of the Skytorn, here on Player Hater Gaming. My name is Brandon Ross. I will be your host and game master for tonight's episode. But before we get into all the fun stuff, let's go ahead and knock out some announcements real quick. If you have not done so, do us a huge favor. Head over to our link tree and check out our YouTube, our Insta, and all the places where we post fun things, keep you updated with the community fun, and in general, just let us know how we're doing on all these things, because your engagements helps be our exposure. So hopefully we're doing a good job making you laugh, making you cry, or making you just feel feelings that make you uncomfortable, which is also a good thing sometimes. Red, stop giggling. Questionable life choices.
That is definitely red.
Definitely red. Also, if you would love to, head over to our Discord. We have two of them. The first one being the official Player Hater Gaming Discord. We can come, share memes, talk life, discuss D&D theories, and in general, just come have fun and build a great community. But if you're looking for a place that is focused on playing D&D over a text-based West Marches style server, look no further than our other Discord server, which I will pass off to the incredible Mav Hunter to talk a bit more about that.
Yes. Chaos, mayhem, murder of the things, because why not? Join us in
examples of questionable life choices.
I was not going to mention that, but yes, that is also very possible, because you never know what you're going to do. Are you going to flirt with that little devil that's in the corner of the room and decide to come out with possibly becoming a warlock, or subjugated to it because of a word choice that you did, and your person running it decided that they just didn't like what you were doing? Possibly, you never know. But it's going to be fun at the end of the day. And let's say the fact that you want to be the person who's running the thing is actually the little demon in the corner, and somebody goes like, I want to flirt with that character. And you're just like, no. Still do it anyway. You get to create all the chaos you want. And don't worry, if Nyx is there, she will be doing that entirely.
I dropped my D20.
Absolutely.
So don't worry, you'll at least know that you're going to have somebody at the end of it just that you're just going to be like, no, you're now its pet. Have fun. Goodbye. Make it vanish and be like, and she'll just be disappointed for a while. It's okay. She's used to that too. But join us in Ashirma. Have fun. We'll see you there, and we'll make sure the fact that you know what you're doing. And if not, we're just going to sit there and be like, how did you manage that one? And we'll all have fun at the end of it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Having fun. That's the most important thing. Speaking of having fun, I think we're close enough to the event I can talk about it now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's just a few.
Like how many weeks off is it?
1, 2, 3 weeks.
Look at that. 3 weeks away.
So, everyone, as last year, I have been thankfully invited back to Gen Con this year, not only to assist running games with First One's Entertainment, also known as FOE, ran by the incredible owner, JP. He is a giant of a man who even I have to look up to, and I'm 6'4". But his resume is also quite stacked. He has written for Wizards, he has written for Paizo, and now he is doing his thing incredibly well. And last year I had the privilege of not only running games, but also I wrote a Skytorn based one-shot, and people loved it, had a ton of fun. So this year, I'm not sure what decisions or drove him to this, but he's handed over the Sunday special to me. So I will be writing a 5-table, multi-table event to take place Sunday morning. So if you're going to be at Gen Con, come find me. I've got things for you.
By things he means emotional damage.
Yes.
Yeah. There may be some character this. So make sure that if you do go, you have 5 character sheets.
1
and be prepared.
0 0 3 2. going to do more horrible things to Leviathan because she has too many help dice. I'm obviously just not throwing enough challenges at her.
Yeah.
So
you're sending us to a gala. They're about to disappear.
So,
Yeah.
noted.
Yep.
And
Most
yes,
to death is
Listen,
while
we
this
all
may
know
not
what's
be
gonna
a
happen.
combat scenario planned, this definitely will be a tense social situation tonight as the party will be delving into the Garden Gala. So, should you so choose, use your channel points. And if you see that little number in the top right-hand corner where the little D4 shape is, if it doesn't say 3, make it so. Help them out. They may or may not need it. Some of them can talk. Some of them don't have persuasion skills.
Yeah.
It's at least not a negative.
If you want to have more fun, go ahead and spend some points on the deck of situations. It's a custom-made deck of surprise situations to where I will involve them directly into the story as quickly as it makes sense. So you may not see it right away, but I promise I will write down who put it in there when it happens and let you know that.
Thanks.
When you're deciding if you want to roll for the chaos or not.
Always say yes.
Alrighty.
But with
We're
the
rolling for the chaos. All right.
Right.
Oh.
Ah! No!
Go
Yeah.
get the list.
Hey, Rod, high five.
I need 2d12s.
Out of anybody here.
Well, just one from each.
Oh, but do one. You do the other. Oh, this is beautiful. I have a 4.
Okay.
8.
Okay, thank you.
At least we have 2 different numbers.
This is going to be a very, very
Uh-huh.
chaotic episode.
So wait, who's got the highest charisma in the entire party? Okay.
Between red and
Announcements handled. Dice rolled. Situations loaded and ready.
Thanks.
Why don't we go ahead and let's get into tonight's episode of Tales to Skytorn. In the year 208 PT, a world once grounded by tradition and mystery was forever altered. The events leading to the tearing and uprooting of the lands have faded into legend, leaving us with a mystifying era known only as Post-Torn. Player Hater Gaming welcomes you to the realm of Ulthana, where our journey takes us high above the clouds, into a realm of wonder and peril, a world composed of dozens of floating islands, each a unique culture unto itself, safe from the dangers lurking below. In this world of soaring islands and untold mysteries, danger lurks in every corner. Heroes and adventurers are born out of necessity, for the unknown has a way of finding its way into even the most tranquil of places. Meet our heroes who will shape the destiny of the Skytorn realm. Dracix, the unlikely but unyielding paladin, a beacon of virtue and strength. Red, the talented sorceress, wielding the elements with unmatched prowess. Eva, the warlock, possesses supernatural prowess, fueled by a pact of unknown origin and intent. Lovikazan, the indomitable barbarian, a force of nature and raw power. And lastly, the Doctor, the masterful wizard, unlocking the secrets of the arcane with every incantation. These 5 souls, each with their own path, will converge in a tale of adventure, wonder, and intrigue. Join them as they explore uncharted territories and uncover the secrets of this realm. Welcome to Tales of the Skytorn. Welcome back, everybody, to Chainsaw Melee. That will be the theme of tonight's Garden Gala. Little they know it, they're actually entering a lumberjacking competition. Be ready!
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I thought we were doing Warhammer
flies
40k.
off.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Aw, that's sad.
Are you really though?
So, leading up to tonight's events, the party has done their absolute best to secure clothing. They entrusted Galen to get the mass. They had some conversations with their arcane connection friend. Friend could be a good word now.
He wants to be a
I
mentor
have-
to me, so maybe.
Mentor.
Yeah.
Certainly someone, how will you say, unassuming tricks.
Mm-hmm.
But the night has come. Garden Gala, the snooty of the snooty, the opulent of the opulent, gathering in one place with your party having mostly one known objective: to scope out this alleged blood relationship between a certain family and the doctor. The day itself, the morning quiet, probably a little more silence and tense. Each of you looking over your attire for the night. Galen, nowhere to be found. And for the most part, the day is yours. Anything you wish to accomplish, you've got until sundown.
I'll try to read the book again.
Go ahead and make me When was the last time you tried to read the book?
Well, technically, it's just I tried to read it day one when we got here, and then we're 4 days in, so I've not read it since.
Are we?
Because we
We're
kinda
still
time skipped.
on the second day, though.
But I think we're time skipping, aren't we?
No, we're time skipping.
Because we don't have anything else to do.
The only thing we would have done in this time is pick up the clothes, which technically would have been the morning of the party.
Mhm.
Doc would have been reading the book once a day. Or trying to.
Okay.
Other
The
than that,
doctor only has 2 outfits to pick from.
yeah. Because I ordered 2 outfits.
The next day you attempt to read the book, it is pure gibberish to you. It's not until the second day that the words begin to form normally once again. So go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, it's not even a check this time, it's a saving throw.
That is a 24.
The 24 total. You suffer 7 points of psychic damage. The book is gibberish. And you are unable to read it for 3 days.
Oof.
You need to get your lucky charm.
But with a 24, I will say there's something more to this book than the text, which you probably already had a feeling for, but it's affirmed that it's not just, and in a sense of it's not just leather, parchment, and ink. There's something else within this pages.
Does it seem sentient?
I wouldn't say sentient, no. But I will say, why don't you go ahead and give me a, since you didn't fail by a certain margin, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I'd roll. Hold on. -3. because it didn't use the tool.
18.
18.
18. 18, you're not... Can't quite put your finger on it, but there is... I need to real quick check this School of Magic. I think it'd be one, but I want to make sure of something.
There's a mini beholder inside of the book, and it's just like, I don't like his face.
There, you do pick up a couple of magical runes, kind of like default standard language.
Yeah.
For conjuration.
Okay.
Once again, mini beholder inside the spine of the book. I don't like the way he looks at me. He held me wrong. No. Whack.
But if nobody else has anything they want to accomplish during the day, you eventually just get to later afternoon. Evening gets closer. Put on your best attires. I would say probably even visit the local bathhouse again. Make sure you're clean. Is anyone going to attempt to disguise themselves arcanely outside of... we already know the doctor is.
No.
Do have two other methods that can help you here. I believe you have 3 total hats of disguise. So
Yes.
2 available.
No.
And Doc can cast Seeming.
Nah, red's gonna be red.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard to disguise Zon in any case.
I mean, the height
And
kind of.
magic-
Yeah.
Seeming can do pretty good. I make it look like a cow. Let's be real.
Yes. True.
You know what? Drac is going to take one of the hats of disguise.
Okay.
He makes his scales a little bit darker.
Okay.
But also gives himself a couple more scars.
Okay, got it.
So therefore, it's... Besides that, he's still himself, just...
Trying to kind
mild.
of play up the role that he is
Yeah.
be tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Anybody else?
Doc is subtly changing his hair color to brunette, and because his outfit doesn't allow him to doesn't have gloves to go with it, he is using it to hide his birthmark.
You know, what is the likelihood that they have some sort of magic detection or something to strip away glamours or...
You're literally on the island of magic, my dear.
Right, so...
It's
One
definitely
would
not
assume-
0.
With that in mind, a great question in character, Red. But to you, Nyx, I do just want to. It has been a couple weeks at our last session. It was established that most nobles that are going to be here are probably using some kind of glamour to be, 5 pounds lighter, maybe look a few years younger,
okay.
so on and so forth. So,
Got it.
valid, great question. But I do just want to kind of set the tone for your character. You're going to be in a place that, yes, they'll probably have some kind of physical security, but there's going to be people there that are like, man, I could really wish I could just get rid of these 10 extra pounds.
Yeah.
Magic.
I got it. Drac knows how he's going to explain it. It's okay. Drac just looks directly at Red. He just goes, these are pompous assholes who care about the vanity, so therefore it will definitely be not on their mind to block the ability to look prettier, younger, more masculine, more feminine, depending on what they're trying to do.
Okay,
So we can get away with pretty much anything as long as it's not murder.
mental detour real quick. Locked On wrote magic makeup, and now I just feel like I need a Sailor Moon transformation.
Fighting evil by moonlight.
No, don't start. Don't start.
Eva will absolutely do that.
Hang on, I'm in a twirly chair. If I take my earbuds out, I could do like the twirl.
Oh God.
Oh, that's funny.
Man. The only thing Drac would do in the entire time is just check out the glass back crawl for a minute to see if Velko is there, just to get an update. And if not, he would just walk right out.
Actually, no, he's on that task, so no, you would not see him there.
Okay, yeah, that would be the only thing.
That's right, because you did take Doc to see him to give him further explanation. So yeah, no, he's out on that task.
Okay, yeah, making sure. Because he, in all honesty, I'm pretty sure the fact that Velko has once or twice been like, "Oh, hey, it's gonna take me a couple of days," comes back the next day, "I'm done. Here it is."
When you get that ADHD rush and you just can't do anything else.
Yeah.
You'll see him like 2 or 3 days, just bags under his eyes, even more disheveled clothing, but he's clutching it like in his hands.
Like, I have your prize.
He's missing a pinky. You're not sure why.
I'm pretty sure I know why.
Okay.
But yeah.
The sun begins to go down over the island of Valantos. Starting a little worried. No Galen.
Oh, they have the masks already, right?
No.
Nope.
No.
Can he like look at everybody on the ship? Is he like disguised as somebody? Did he take the third hat and just disguise himself as somebody else? Are there two
Make a perception
of
check.
one person?
Make a perception check.
I will.
Is there 2 Dracs on board?
Yes. That's a 23, thank you.
You watched as you could have swore you saw Drakix go into the captain's quarters, and then like a minute later he came out of the kitchen.
His mom.
I feel like she's just literally staring daggers at him.
Does it notice you?
What does she have that she can throw?
He watches, he just like saunters up to the helm and looks over the navigation table.
She's going to go to her garden, pick something up. She's going to yeet a watermelon at him.
A full-ass watermelon?
Roll a hit.
Wow.
That's a
Roll
bludgeoning
2 hit.
weapon.
That
I feel like
is.
you should roll a percentage die to see if it's the real Drax or not.
Jesus.
19.
19.
She's aiming for not for the head, like the shoulder, just to like barely whiff by him, but like, you know.
Ma'am, it's a watermelon. That thing weighs like 5 pounds.
Look, maybe she grabbed one of the not mature ones. She grabbed like the mini watermelon, so like enough to.
So.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a regular d20.
Oh no.
And you're going to roll it on a table.
Huh.
And it's going to determine where the watermelon hits.
Okay.
So I'm going to go pull up another tabletop system from Fallout to get the d20 placements.
Okay. You up? Yep. 18 is the number.
18.
Yep.
Okay. You and you take out his right leg, and he just boom, onto the ground. Drakix, you come out from your captain's quarter. You're just getting something real quick. You heard a thud above you. You're not sure what's going on.
Yep. Zahn's just looking at, tending to her garden. Yep.
He just like walks upstairs. Not
You
even.
see-
He doesn't
you
even
just
walk
see-
fully. He just like walks enough to get hit like eyesight above the boards. And when
And
he
you just see you face down on the ground, unmoving.
you deserve that, Galen.
You watch as the clawed hand comes up to the head, grabs something, and as it removes the hat, you can see the small frame shrink down to the familiar blue skin air genasi of your first mate.
You should not try to be me,
And
unfortunately.
he rolls over and you see he pulls his leg up and just holding his knee. Ow. Ow.
There can be only one.
That's
Drax just goes
disrespecting the
over
captain.
and kneels next to him.
There is a shattered watermelon and just juice all over his left or right knee.
And the best part of all is the fact that he kneels, like he kind of just squats down, his elbows on his knees, and he just stares at him like this. It's like, and what did we learn?
Your crew sucks at taking pranks.
That is very true. And you should know that because of the fact that we're being hunted, we will not take pranks lately. But what else did you learn?
He kind of looks to see if Zahn can hear him.
She's kind of out of the corner of her eye, listening, watching.
He
Say
shakes his
it.
head. He just shakes his
No.
head.
I will make the pain go away if you say it.
She's good with watermelons.
He just repeats that. She's good with watermelons.
No, that's what Brad said. No. What did you learn?
She throws watermelons really hard.
Very nice. And now he's gonna pat his shoulder and put in like 3 points of laying hands
There's an
into him.
audible in his knee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Galen. The height difference, apparently that was your knee. Sorry.
Mhm.
Now I just want you to think about this. If she did that to your knee, imagine what it would have been if that was your head.
He's like reaching for the railing to stand up. I mean, if it was your head, it would have missed me. He gets up because he is a head shorter than you.
So
Aim
at
for
a
the
time,
chest. You got
As
him in the head.
as he's about to get up, my tail just lashes and takes his other leg out, so
Oh,
his
no.
chin slams into the railing.
With fingers.
And then I just put like another 2 points of healing into him, and that's what you really learn. All right then. And he's just gonna take him by the collar and just pull him along.
No, I can walk. I swear. I remember how to walk. It's okay.
Sure, of course. He just starts dragging him down the stairs as he goes down,
No. He's like grabbing for the railing, trying to get to his feet.
just dragging him along.
Red kind of leans over to Zahn and very
Red-
loudly goes, he's quite lucky it
Me.
wasn't me that noticed, or we'd
Me.
have crispy fried Edgenossi.
Pretty slippery with a natural 20. He slips your grasp and gets to his feet.
I've been holding him too tight anyway, so it doesn't matter. The moment he feels like he's getting really, he just
Yeah.
lets him go. And just okay. He still
He
whacks
just
him in the back of the head with his tail
points
as he
to the-
walks past.
He just points to the kitchen.
Okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. The master this way, everybody. And Drax just stops and slowly turns. What was that?
He jumps off the side of the ship.
Remember, we know where you sleep at night.
He's just hovering on the ocean.
Uh-huh. But Drake definitely said it loud enough for him to hear.
He's not going anywhere. He's just smiling, giving a thumbs up.
Uh-huh.
Who goes to the kitchen?
Me.
Okay.
Sure.
I definitely would have said it loud enough for everybody else to hear.
I can Doc would go.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Doc's probably already in there, honestly.
Red would probably go.
Eva's probably there already because Cassandra.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 5 boxes kind of pushed off to the side with like a haphazard blanket thrown over it.
Mm-hmm.
Zon will dramatically reveal the with blanket.
As you do so, you watch this little piece of parchment flaps around.
Oh.
As each of them have a little piece of paper tied to them.
Oh.
Ooh, fancy.
One says Red. One says Eva. One just says Doctor in literal quotations.
That's amazing. I love how everybody thinks her actual name Doctor's a bit too much.
One says Levikazon, and one says Drakix.
Zon's gonna grab
Who
her
opens
box.
theirs first? Who's gonna open theirs first?
Doc's curious because he didn't think he was getting a mask, so he'll open his.
Okay.
Oh.
Jack will let them open it first before he does.
As you open the box, Doctor, there's another box within the box.
Yes.
The box you saw was just a facade. It was just a cheap crate that the very, very nice box was placed within. I'm talking, it's like velvet wrapped. It's got silk on it. It's embroidered, and there's a name, like a mantle or a title or something, on top of the box in gold lettering, and it says "The Blooming Grave."
Doc will very, very carefully open the box.
Within is a black iron mask with spiraling silver etched roses, one of them covering an eye.
Oh.
Subtle wisps of shadow and fog seem to escape the edges in a pulse-like rhythm.
Alien in the room?
No.
He's still floating on the ocean.
I feel like Galen is like right now by the door. It's just like one eye is kind of like peeking in, kind of like scared to like really step in. He's just like, I've already got my knee almost completely removed.
Dislocated.
Just like, I just want to. I'll be nearby to listen to reactions, but I'm not going to step in.
And Doctor, trying to think here. All of you have the ability to cast at least one spell, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Zon.
When he pulls the mask out to look at it, each of you feel a little like pluck on the
Interesting.
weave. This is a magical item.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Might want to play
Okay.
with your new mask before you put it on.
I can
what
identify
she
it
said.
first.
Yeah.
Does identify on it?
So
Yep.
sorry.
I have to ritual cast it, but it's still quicker than an hour.
Okay. While you're doing that, is everybody going to wait for this, or is everybody else going to open their mask now?
Oh no, Red's opening hers now.
Okay, Red!
Yep. Hey.
As per usual, the shoddy-looking crate was a facade. Within it is this red silk stitched box with this kind of silver embroidery on it, and it says the Inferno Bloom. You open the box. Within its cushioned interior is kind of just like the top part of the mask, like just the eyes, the nose over here,
Mm-hmm.
is a red and gold lacquered mask shaped like a blooming flame.
Oh.
As you pick it up and move it, you notice while it's in motion, a 3 to 6 inch trail of illusory embers follow behind the mask.
Hell yes. I love that.
Next.
I would.
Drakix. Your fancy box is a familiar shade of white and blue. It is of the Cloud Ocean. The text upon the box reads The Whispering Wave. It's a polished silver half mask with rippling textures. And there always seems to be, I'm not sure if it's smugness or the confidence of luck has somehow seemed to be almost imbued into the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay.
Next.
I'll do it. Sure.
Good, because I want to save mine. I'm curious.
Yours is a well-made, stretched, tanned leather around the box.
Oh.
Kind of stitched onto it is not lettering, but bones that have been shaped into letters. That
Oh, I
reads
like that.
The Storm-Tusked Beast.
Okay. I like
You
it.
open the box. Within it, in a fur-lined interior, resting in the middle of the box, is a carved wooden mask with curling tusk and cloud-like etchings across the forehead.
She inspects it, looks all around it. Is there a watermelon on it?
Yes, tell me there's
As you look it over and then you turn over to see the inside, you look at the wooden on the inside, and as you look at it, there's just this quick glaze of like this green arcane light,
Oh.
but you're not sure what it means.
Oh.
Does she put it on? And does it smell like watermelon?
Yeah. Something's going to be watermelon.
Do you put the mask on?
Yes.
Okay. You immediately attune to this mask.
Oh. Shit.
Oh.
Okay.
When angered or raging, you may expend one use of a thaumaturgy-like spell to gain advantage on an intimidation check.
Oh.
Cause fear.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take it.
If they fail, they're feared.
Yes.
Oh.
Hmm.
I like it.
Very interesting.
Eva,
Mm-hmm.
Yours is of, you're not sure how he knew this, but the cloth is a familiar purple haze of the Dream Realm's far off colors. Stitched in silver, the words, "The Sleepwalker's Smile."
Ooh.
Opening the box, within it a pale lavender porcelain mask with closed eyes painted on it in a slight serene smile.
So, can I actually see out of this mask, or is it
Do you put it
just
on?
a visual? Yeah.
You put it on. All of you notice it doesn't look like Eva should be able to see because there are no eye holes.
Uh-huh.
But Eva, you can see. And as you look around the room, you look at Doc. You see Doc. Then you see layered translucently just over his flesh the illusion that he is casting through the spell.
Ooh.
Would Eva be familiar with this kind of magic at all? I don't know if she would know it.
I would say it would not be unheard of to know that, for every spell there is a counter spell. So
Mhm.
for every illusion spell there is the ability to pierce through it.
If I look at any of the others, do I see a similar effect on them?
You would see it on Drakix.
Okay.
You see no evil kind of mask.
Well, kind of. More like magic true sight, essentially.
It's X-ray vision.
Listen, don't give... No, we're not going there.
As you focus harder, you notice this one layer of clothing. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, no, please.
Immediately looks to Red.
Exactly,
Hey,
that's what
yo.
I'm afraid of.
Why-
Doctor, as you finish your identify spell, this mask has the ability to once a day detect traps and hidden doorways.
Okay. Still pretty useful.
Mm-hmm.
Just has to be an area where
Red,
eyes
did you
start
put your mask
wandering.
on?
Yeah, she's gonna now put her mask on.
Okay. Eva, as you watch Red put this mask on, you notice almost kind of the inverse seems to happen with the illusions. While physically, nothing seems to be changing with Red, you're finding yourself having a hard time focusing on her, as if something is trying to slide your perception just off of her. Like as you move, you try to stop, but like it's something just keeps pushing you on.
Yeah. So whereas Doc and Drac would have, like, anti-illusion from me, Red is basically just giving, don't look at me, don't look at me.
I mean, it's not far off. It's more just
It's like altered perception.
the altered
Yeah.
perception. Where Red is,
Got it,
everything
okay.
around her is like, no, look over here instead. No, over here.
Yeah, okay.
It's not so much
your mind just can't perceive her in the moment.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You have to really focus on her.
I kind of love that, actually.
Pretty good.
I wanted to go back and get the description of all our masks and write it down for all of us.
Yes.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
I think the names is what I missed for my mask.
I'll just remind Brandon just to throw it into the docs so that way he can just highlight, copy, paste.
That too, yeah.
That's what I mean. We'll get it later.
Staring at the document.
Yeah.
All right. Mask gathered, clothing and attire adorned. You head out. You barely make it off the ship before you are greeted by a familiar, masked, arcane practitioner. He sees you. He smiles. Ah, friends. Looking good.
We post our outfits.
We have not.
Oh, well, I did, but I'll just throw it into photos.
Arcanist Smelton Zigmel is wearing probably a much more elven-inspired kind of Arcanist robe. There's elven stitching, calligraphy, things like that in of his coat, kind of down the seams. The mask he is wearing is very simple. It's definitely... Doctor, you looking at it? Actually, I would say Red, Dr. Dragix, you would be able to pick up on the fact that it's a mask made entirely of platinum.
Drac just hears dollar bills on his face.
Doc is over here because we had a discussion about enchanting it the other day, and Doc's like, that's probably some really powerful magic he's chanted into that thing.
Your mind definitely wanders.
Yeah. Knowing what his main school is, that could be anything.
And you do notice that kind of floating next to him is a sealed, very nice chest.
2.0 is with us in his new outfit as well.
Got it.
Because we had one made for him to look human.
Did, yes.
Alive.
Well then, I guess we should be heading on to the gala then.
Yes.
Is everyone aware of their stories for the evening?
We're supposed to come up with stories?
Drac just slowly turns and looks at Zahn, blinks, and just goes, Zahn, you're the fiance. That doesn't change. You're fine.
Right. You're fine.
Yeah. No, the story is I am a co-inventor with our friend here, Mr. Zigmel, and you are my +1.
Cool. Can do.
Drac just slowly pulls the mask down a little further. He's just like,
Just
and
readjust that.
Zigmel kind of gestures towards Dragix. And you are my accomplished transportation methods. The rest of you, vital members of his team,
All right.
simply invited at my extension. Don't think too much into it. Just tell some story to these people. They barely leave an island, so anything you say, they'll be eating out of your hands, probably.
Tell him the story of the Kraken we fought.
that was fun.
That's a good one.
Nobles are quite easily entertained by adventurous stories.
and he will also kind of take a look over the whole party. Does anybody have any visible weapons on them?
I mean, she is a visible weapon, but other than that, no.
Daggers, swords, axes, anything.
My arcane book is in my suit pocket.
Everybody's weapons are inside of the bag of holding, which is strapped on Drac, as always.
Yeah.
The only thing that on Drac would be seen would be his shield, and that's on his back.
Can I just like slip a hand axe underneath her dress?
No.
Slip it in the pockets.
No,
Are the pockets bags
Not
of
that dress.
holding?
there's nowhere to hide an axe.
Does she at least have
You did
pockets
not-
in the dress?
Yeah.
So she can
No.
hide food.
We never have pockets in our dresses.
You didn't pay extra.
Sorry,
For that.
Yeah, that's extra.
you're pretending to be rich. You have people to hold things for you.
Exactly.
Once again, Drac would see her trying to like hide an axe somewhere, and immediately just grabs, puts it right into the bag of holding,
You're no fun.
and just goes, "No."
You're no fun.
I like to think. I like to think we got Bob a very simple mask of it's like a stitched mouth, so he's mute.
You probably could have just got him some of the simple, like, kind of like almost Eva style, just a full face mask, no
Yeah.
eye holes, no mouth hole, nothing.
Exactly.
You did throw him in some fancy clothes, so that's good.
And he looks alive and has
He
skin.
looks alive. That's correct. Yes. Zigma will kind of look to you, Drakix. Perhaps I know you do not wish to be far from your things, but the servant should
Yes.
be carrying them.
He knows. He's already realizing, thinking about it, and he's just. Doc could definitely see the fact that he's just like really doesn't want to, but he eventually does, and he also puts it over him,
Let him carry his home.
and he's just like fixing up his collar with everything and making sure like the bag is set in a way that it doesn't affect him walking. But really, it's just Drac just like, I don't want to let go.
Doesn't let go.
I don't want to let go. Eventually, he just takes a deep breath and just goes, "It's fine." After he just like fixes his jacket a little bit and just, "Let's go." Before I forget, before I end up trying to grab it again.
Again, this is a gala for the wealthy, so your servant, I'm not familiar with necromancy, Doctor. How far away can he be and still get your commands?
I believe he just needs to hear me. That's the main thing. It's not telepathic.
Okay.
However, Zahn, you could establish a link with him technically. He would never respond, and I can give him a command to listen to your next command.
Does he have a mind to link with?
I believe technically via the stat block, he just has to have the intelligence.
Well,
Skeletons.
let
Hold on.
me see.
Intelligence of 6.
Dang.
He
Yeah.
understands verbal commands.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Understands
definitely
all
can.
languages it knew in life, but can't speak.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you
Yeah.
can give it the command. You will listen to the Vikazon. And the Vikazon, you can make a link with it. It's weird. It's like talking into the void.
Whoa.
Not even-
Not
not
even-
even-
Motherfucker.
Zahn, every single time Zahn tries to talk to it, all she gets is, "Please leave a message after the beep."
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
We're sorry, the sending stone you're trying to reach is no longer available. Probably disenchanted. Do us a favor and head forth.
Imagine whenever it acknowledges her
Jeez.
command, it's like a haunting whisper.
Oh. I feel like Zahn
Yes,
like
my
establishes
lady.
the connection.
All
It's
of
like-
a sudden, like, this is going to be what it is. Zahn gives it a command, all she hears back is, "My lady."
Oh, that was very quiet, but I heard that. Oh boy.
That's the point, yeah.
That's the
Oh, no. Okay.
Huh.
Oh,
Yep.
that's
Okay.
beautiful.
I
Alright.
will make an excuse to go out every hour and talk to him.
Okay.
Yep.
Free something
And-
from your bag.
Red.
Mm.
Do not forget, I gave you the sending stone because apparently I can't remember to use it.
Right. Cool. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Just saying. Yeah, it's fine.
Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm.
You guys would have
that on
seen
my
Jack
sheet.
putting like the small sending stone in the inside of his jacket, like right over his armor. And like if they look at him and he's like, "Why are you wearing?" It's like, "I'm of the sea. I'm of the clouds. I always wear armor. It does not matter."
Okay.
All right. Preparations in place. Everything's squared away. You all follow Arcanist Smelton into the city. Twilight settles over Volantos like a silk veil. After some time traversing through the streets, getting looks here and there, people smiling, seeing you, some waving, some like whispering, "Oh, is that who would that be? Oh, I don't know. They look very wealthy. New nobles in town, maybe?" Like those of you with a high passive perception, you know who you
Yep.
are.
Hi, that's me.
There's like 3 of you that are right at that 16 plus range. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you get whispers like that. Nothing seems to be malicious or evil. Just like, "Oh, who are these new rich people? I don't know.
Oh,
There's Regala." Things like that. So you get a little ego boost maybe as you're walking through. You know.
Yeah.
Jack is
They
also
might-
occasionally throwing like little whispers here and there as he catches some people's eyes. It's like as they go like, "Oh, maybe there's some rich people." It's just like, "Oh yes, didn't you hear about the new family coming in?" And others just like, "Did you hear about the new merchants coming from across the cloud sea?" And others just like, "Yeah, I heard of the fact that they're just a great group to be around." And it's just occasionally just random stories, and he's just trying not to chuckle and laugh out loud.
Oh.
And the best part of it is like nobody realizes that it's not somebody talking. So it's just like the voice is there. Yeah, no, they're right. Holy crap. Oh.
Eventually arriving at Lady Carfine's estate to find crystal lanterns floating in lazy spirals above the entry gates. Their light casting pastel hues across the wind-blown vines and illusion-sculpted hedges. Harp strings hum from somewhere unseen, and the soft scent of citrus blossom and spiced wine hangs in the air. Guests in elaborate masks are already gathering, and many are still gliding through the archways of the ivy and light. Laughter rising like birdsong from the glowing garden paths. Tonight, it seems, will be quite the occasion. There are a total of 4 sentries at the gates themselves. They are dressed in half plate with 2 have a tower shield and a spear, 2 have a small like buckler shield and a short sword. The short swords are sheathed. Their armor is that of a dark green and silver. As you approach, before they even speak, Arcanist Smelton gives a flash of presentation for a puff of flame, holding a kind of rolled up invitation, and hands it to the nearest one. He says nothing. The individual takes it, looks at it. "Oh, glad you could join us, is your Arcanist." 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Rolls it shut, tucks it away, and Smelton walks in. He does not speak.
Follow behind him.
Yeah.
having some
Red
plate.
will follow, also grumbling though, because she could have done the fire better. But continue.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Once inside, he kind of guides you all a bit quickly off to the side of the courtyard to where there's less population, and kind of takes just like a seat at one of the benches.
Zod will sit as well.
You can see he looks around for a moment. I think we'll be all right here for a moment. So, I don't really have much for many of you except for Drakix and Doctor. The rest of you, don't lose your heads.
What?
Comforting.
Concern?
Her passive insight is 18. Is that weird at all? The way he said that?
It's not weird. It's just, this definitely is not his bag of tea. You can tell he's here because he does owe his life to the party.
Okay.
Anything beyond that, you can make an insight check, but that's just kind of surface level gut instinct. You get the sense that he's not suave. He's not, smooth. He's very technical, very arcane heavy. But again, he understands the essence of favor.
Yeah. No, that surface level is fine.
But he will stand and kind of gesture towards Dr. Levikazan and Drakix. Let's go ahead and get ourselves introduced to the lady of the house. All of you are welcome if you like, but if you don't want that kind of pressure, I won't put it on you. Please, at least go mingle, though. Don't sit in the same place all night.
Eva, dear, what would you like to do?
Either way, I think we could handle inside or outside. What do you feel comfortable with?
I'm not certain I want the attention of the lady of the house, so we should probably mingle.
All right.
Just as you all make this decision to where you want to go, immediately there is kind of a across the courtyard. Announcing the Veilcrest family, Krasan, and their house Arcanist Ruel. And if the party turns their eyes towards the front, they would see a probably 5'11", 6 foot tall, dark-haired male individual wearing a green glass half mask. Definitely, just by kind of how he walks and carries himself, most certainly charismatically strong. Has a bit of a chiseled jaw beneath the mask. He's wearing a black and gold, almost military-esque uniform. Drakix, you immediately recognize this. It is either belongs to or is very reminiscent of the kind of blending of the styles between Reese and borrows hints from the Cloud Ocean Trading Company.
Mm-hmm.
Behind him is an individual dressed similar to Zigmel. He is wearing a kind of also almost like this off black gray long Arcanist robe. He is not wearing a mask so much as he is wearing what appears to be some kind of purposely not well crafted illusion mask. Doesn't seem to be savvy or very swanky individual. Definitely a little more greasy looking. But he does kind of stay close. Well, not quite clutched, but close to this individual announced as Crescent Veilcrest.
Important side question.
Mhm.
When Drax sees him,
Mhm.
does he recognize him?
No.
Okay. I figured I'd ask the important question if he was on the ship that caused the destruction.
Any like family resemblance Doc sees within them? Like is there anything?
100%.
Yeah.
Not quite. Make a perception check.
Like I'm trying to say, is there any obvious features about them that would?
Yeah, we'll
link
see how
Doc to
well you
them?
can get that off.
Okay. I will add my D4.
Okay.
This is rather important. That's a 20 total.
The 20 total, looking at kind of body structure, bone structure, the things that can't be changed by, working out, running, eating less, eating more, things like that. You look at the things that are genetic, things mother, father, things like that. And you get a decent sense this is probably like somewhere in the bloodline, but more along the lines of like first, second cousin.
Okay. So they're not direct family, but they are adjacent.
Correct.
Still runs the risk of like Doc wouldn't change how he's behaving because he knows that would just be suspicious, but he's aware of what aspects of his physical appearance would clock him as potentially a family member, and is trying to make sure that those features are hidden or at least obscured.
Okay.
If that means he has to change his posture a little bit, he will.
Zigmel kind of looks at you, Doctor, and comes a bit closer, kind of grabbing 2 things of wine and handing one to you and one to Levikazan, just so he can get closer to talk.
Yeah, Doc will take it in his hand.
Everything good with that one?
As long as I'm careful, they might not pick me up as a family member, but otherwise I can see the resemblance.
Well, let's get to the lady of the house before the other lady of the house arrives, because they'll want to speak for sure.
Yes.
And he begins to kind of hastily guide Drakix, Levikazan, and Doctor away from the rest of the group.
Doc and Zahn are probably arm locked as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Drac would be behind them.
Okay. And by this point, like the pre-game things have begun. There's individuals walking around with trays of wine, snacks. There is sourceless music in every inch of this place, whether it be of one genre or another. It seems like, especially you, Red and Eva, as you are just mingling in, probably not engaging yet, getting a feel for the entire party. Most of it is outside courtyard, grasslands, fountains, pagodas, things like that. But you do notice the music does shift depending upon where you want to go. So kind of pick, what do you want to listen to? The foods available are quick little pickup snack foods on this little like disc of hard bread, smoked meats, soft cheeses. The wine is amazing. I mean, you probably have read, you might have, if you've had lucky enough to do this kind of maybe a guard detail as an arcane bruiser before.
Mm-hmm.
But it had been few and far between.
Yeah. Yep.
So as you're enjoying the outer courtyard areas,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of you are heading inside the house, which is,
Mhm.
it's not sectioned off, but only one of the double doors is open, and it is guarded. So as you approach, Arcanist, Smelton just gives a wave real quick, and they see him, they nod, and they just move aside.
Drac is walking as if none of this matters to him, as everybody is below him. And he's just focusing on the 3 in front of him.
It's a good point, and it's a great segue into my question.
Oh.
Doctor, how's your attitude for all this?
Outwardly or internally?
Outwardly.
Okay. Doc's been in the presence of nobility before, and Doc's probably been the most well together in nobility circles. So I think he's maintaining that I belong here attitude. He's very much used to the fake it till you make it mentality.
Levigazon.
Hi. Hi. The person who has never gone to anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
She understands that there is a play here that she has to not necessarily be herself. So she is being the quiet fiance that listens to her husband and all that stuff. Yes. The supporting fiance. Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and ask that the 3 of you, I need performance checks. roll your numbers. Hang on to your numbers. I'm not looking at them. And we're going to go take a quick 5-minute break.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go run some ads real quick, y'all. We're going to break into the story so you don't miss anything. But we are going to take equipment, run some ads. So we'll see you when we get back.
Yeah.
I will actually be right back. I think I heard something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back too. Give me un momento.
I'll sit here and just stretch.
Yeah. Would we like to go on full break, or is this a tiny break?
This is a tiny break.
This is tiny.
I'm going to run an ad and get back as soon as David and Nick's get back.
I would like to use a D4.
I as well.
Okay. No,
I'm not looking at
I
the
know.
dice rolls.
I'm doing it here because okay.
It's going to be just as fun for everybody.
Yay. Okay. That is running. What was I trying to do? Right. I need to do the D4 things.
Oh, gosh. Excuse me.
Yeah, I get that. Should have taken a nap. Son, to save.
I took an accidental nap yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we actually had to go in office to go meet a new senior leadership position. But it was a good meeting. It was really neat. A lot of really cool stuff that I can't talk about here because it's work related. But
Yes.
it was a good in-office day. Not the biggest fan of them, but it was a good one. Uh-oh, there goes your hand.
Yes. Hello. Hello, child. Can I have my
Welcome
headphones, please?
back.
I got toes.
You got the toe beans?
I got toe beans. Oh! What? What do you hear? Me? I fear I may be stuck like this. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be able to
Yeah.
get those descriptions for us? Or send them? Much appreciated.
Let me just get certain
Yes.
parts of them carved out because you don't.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
So,
so
identified
we
by
don't know
mask?
everything about the masks yet. Got it.
Mascos.
Also,
I
Doctor
remember
has
I'm not
0
on
help dice
my
now.
work mode
Noted.
mouse settings, so my copy and paste is
you have
not
one
on my mouse buttons.
Left.
No,
Oh.
I just used it for this check, so
But you have two.
I used one earlier
Did you?
for the perception check.
Oh, damn. Did not
Yeah.
hear that. Hi, child. What? Hello? Okay. Oh boy. 10 seconds.
But this is not like chartering a ship where I have a +8 in the modifier.
Yeah, I have a 0.
I do too.
It's fine.
Aw, you poor non-charismatic people.
Hey, it's not
I
my
will
fault. You guys put.
yeet you over the ship.
I'm always the one that
She
ends
can
up
fly
talking to
now.
the nobility here.
She knows how to talk to the nobility about a job.
Truly about it.
You should have faked being Doc's fiance and then.
That would have been very awkward.
That would
Yeah,
have
it
been
would've been.
real awkward. She'd have been like leaning.
Yeah.
You wouldn't allow it. That's the thing too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, no.
No.
It's like the moment that she would have been touching him, it would be like, no, break
Just
this up.
picks her up.
I don't like it.
I
No.
don't like it. I don't like it.
Man.
Eva, get over here. You're not the right kind of dead.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I see wow, I can't even speak. Fuck.
Nope.
It's that kind of
Yep.
day today.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, everybody. We just finished our ad break. We're currently working on some stuff behind the scenes right now. Our DM is being wonderful and getting us descriptions of our mask because they are amazing and I'm very excited for them. But yeah. How's everybody doing? What did you guys have for snacks? I have iced tea, and that's all that I have.
My dinner.
Oh.
I woke up at 3:30 this afternoon.
Oh, fun.
So I ordered McDonald's for dinner because I did not want to cook.
I haven't had McDonald's in years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of a Wendy's person.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was the cheapest and fastest place here. Anywhere else would have been a bit of annoying to go to. Like,
Yeah.
it'll been like an hour. It will take an hour for it to be delivered, whereas McDonald's is like a 20-minute delivery.
Goodness.
Nice.
I feel like I definitely should have made that cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Heading inside the home. It's everything you would expect someone that has no taste and way too much money to look like.
Eight.
Within it, there are a few guests, not many. Some of them, most of them, are huddled around a female that has this kind of a little bit too vibrant blonde hair that has this mix of over the ear kind of pulled back style and also braids throughout it. She is wearing looks to be some kind of silky silver dress with these kind of constant illusions that slowly move through it, almost kind of how like rainfall, but it's symbols kind of falling down it.
She's the Matrix.
Kind of, yeah. That's honestly what I was going for as a descriptor.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
She is wearing a ridiculous crescent moon glitter mask with peacock feathers and these little kind of animating charms. Her voice, however, it is the most piercing aspect of this nice lady. I told them what I wanted was actually a very finely made party, but as usual, they just couldn't deliver on my unique, descriptive tastes that I wanted. So I had to deal with what was here. It was last minute, but thank you so much for showing up anyways. We appreciate it. Yes. She
And,
smiles. Her teeth are too straight and too white.
really glad Red is not there right now.
I'm really glad I have a
Drax.
full face mask on.
Drax's eye twitches behind the mask.
I think there's a little bit of a physical cringe as she hears this voice. Okay, no, that's the only one you get.
As Zigmel approaches, you can see in his shoulders, Drakix and Doctor, you can see like the bracing, like, come on.
We're all thinking the same thing in this exact moment, basically.
Yep.
Where's the exit? Let me get the fuck out of here.
He kind of positions all of you kind of into eyesight as she's speaking in words far beyond her intelligence to even grasp what they mean, but she certainly sounds elegant.
No, she doesn't. She
To her,
definitely does not sound elegant whatsoever. Her words may be like that, but her voice itself is just nails on a chalkboard.
I will attempt to mimic that voice every time.
I've heard Galen drunk more elegant.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, of course we're going to do all of these great things tonight, and then... Oh my, is that? And she just beelines for Smelton. And there's just this tense in his shoulders because he knows it's coming, and she just gives him a hug. And then she puts hands on his shoulders and kind of pushes back a bit. I'm so glad you took my invitation this year. I missed you last year after the year beforehand, and you made such great things. What did you bring me this year? I can't wait to see what it is. I'm so excited. So good to always see you and your friends. Who did you bring? Yes. And he kind of gives like a little bit of a bow. I am grateful my schedule allowed me the ability to free up tonight this year. I do apologize for last year's conflict. No inside check required. It's a blatant lie.
Honestly, at this moment in time, Drac is thinking in his head, I should really let him get on the ship more often. If this is what he goes through, I take back No. I take back a quarter of the bad things I've thought of him. As this is more than enough punishment.
Yeah, I was like to say, this is sufficient punishment.
This is sufficient punishment.
He looks to all of you. Yes, these are the individuals I had mentioned in my correspondence. This is Arcanist Doctor.
Dr.
This
Bows.
is Captain Drakix, and then this lovely lady is Lady Levigazan.
She curtsies
Betrothed
and bows.
to Arcanist Doctor. Oh, she is just lovely and betrothed! And she heads over you and hugs you. There is just overwhelming vanilla scent. Like, she just didn't know when to stop putting the perfume on.
Oh, yay. She just smiles and gently pats her on the back. It's
She
so
kind of...
lovely to meet you.
Of course, and I always love it, and you're so tall, goodness. And look at these muscles, and she kind of like pats him.
It runs in the family.
And what family is that?
We don't... That would be... Hold on, I need to look up my mother's name. It's fine. I totally know my mother's name. Do I not have a family tree? Oh, I do have. Wait, I do have a family tree.
You have a family tree. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Sildradata. I come from Hasbing. It's very weird names.
She is next in line to inherit the island, effectively.
Oh, those lovely people. Yes.
Yes.
Lovely. And she kind of looks to you, Drakix, and just...
Drak actually takes her hand, bows, and just says, "My lady." Just gently brings her hand to his mask, and then just lets go, goes right back up.
Yes, I remember reading through your correspondence, and you had something special to show. Can I see it now? Can I? Please. And Zigmel kind of, well, I could, but it wouldn't be my place to truly speak on it. As he simply gestures towards the chest, it does open, and he just gestures to you, Doctor, allowing you to kind of take the lead, and you kind of get this sense you're about to enter into this kind of, okay, time to prove that, whatever he wrote, I'm here for this purpose, to prove that I should not be eyed upon, except in the fact that I've brought magical talent here.
Yes. Doc will go over to the chest and pull out the item.
It is a pair of freshly made silver bracers with familiar enchantments upon them.
Yes. He would present it to the lady so she may see it.
She just looks it over. She's wide-eyed smile, but you can tell there's nothing in there. She has no idea what she's looking at. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Do these require attunement? So, offhandedly, would Doc realize they require attunement?
Yes.
Okay, so knowing the spell that's in here, I don't technically need to attune to it because I have the spell.
Correct.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to affix the bracers onto my wrist, and as I do, I bow to the lady and say, "These are the storm. What were they called, jackets again? The storm gauntlets."
They're called the Storm Forged Hands.
These are called the Storm Forged Hands, and what they allow is for me to displace anyone I wish. And he will gesture to Drakix as his example. And I will cast the spell at base 2nd level form.
Okay.
And have Drakix reappear 20 feet away.
Okay. Drakix, I'm going to go take a wild guess so you don't resist the spell.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, in this quick kind of inner vortex of this purple and black energy, Drakix just and 20 feet away in the reverse.
All he does is just
incredible. That's amazing.
They have many uses, as you can probably imagine. Many fun disruptions to pranks to even rescue.
You have quite the mind about you, Arcanist Doctor. And she does this weird, horribly performed bow, and then stands back up. So, guess that would be your submission for the contest. That's amazing. I'm so happy. It's great. And Zigmel will kind of gesture towards the chest. It just opens itself for you to put them back.
I would put them back.
And yes. Well, I just wanted to introduce the assistant I've been working with, along with Captain Drakix, who would assist in procuring distribution when it is fully funded and mass produced.
Drak is going to ignore the obscene clapping from the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And he just nods in agreement with Signal. It's like, when it's time, I will make sure to get that done.
Well, that was quite certainly a show of magic there, but it would seem there was a bit of a sleight of hand to your methods, Arcanist Doctor. As sauntering over is the familiar individual from earlier.
Ruel.
Crescent Veilcrest.
Ah.
And he walks right up to you, Doctor, and extends his hand.
I could take it. Well, as most magic tends to be, but it's like the hand.
That is very true. I imagine, though, it was not to deceive the lovely lady of the house, but to just expedite the purpose of the item.
Of course, it was only in her convenience.
And that is an individual who understands the convenience of wealth. Crescent. House Veilcrest.
Goodness, the Doctor, what my compatriots refer to me as.
A man who chooses a moniker instead of a name. I enjoy. But if you do not mind, I do hate to be rude. I must take the kind mistress for a word of myself.
We shall not intrude. Doc gives a slight bow and kind of backs away slowly.
And with that, he begins to have a bit of a hushed conversation with Lady Carfine as he takes her away from this area. And you are left by yourselves.
Song lets out like a shudder, like all that was just nope.
Still holding the tension because he's not gonna let it go until we're out of this place.
Drac is just gonna look over his mountains like, how long before this contest?
It is the it's not the closing ceremony, obviously, but it is after dinner. Individuals bring
Time-wise,
forth
over
their-
an hour, I take it?
Well, dinner's in an hour, and then it'll be directly after that. It'll be us and 3 others had submitted items for funding, basically.
So wouldn't it be best if one of us wears the gauntlets in order to properly show them off? As you just saw.
Yes. And he'll look
So
to
Drac
you.
is just like points to the chest. It's just like open it. Drac just immediately takes them, puts them on, actually flexes his hands.
Doesn't
just
matter
to
how
make sure.
often you use a magical item. It's so weird to just for a moment, the metal almost turns into like this weird fabric as it grows in size to make it over your hands, your claws, and then onto your forearms before it reaffirms that silver kind of toughness.
Yeah, he's just, moment he puts it on, he just starts turning his wrists and everything, flexing his hand, his forearm on both, just to make sure the fact that it feels comfortable and everything. Then I'll get started on getting attuned to this before they start saying the fact that we're cheating. Don't want to sully your name as well as Doctor's in this.
No, that is a good choice. I hadn't even thought about it until the moment. And you'd see there's like relief as he just pats Doctor on the shoulder. Good play.
Thank you. I'm used to card tricks.
Find the wine, and he just heads off.
I feel like Zon has already finished her wine. And it's like
you, as soon as you finish it, you say that the glass is just gone. As a servant comes by, takes it, and then kind of does like a fancy turn. Another.
Yes.
Of course. He leaves.
Okay.
He's barely gone for 30 seconds before he comes back, hands it to you, leaves.
I could get used to this.
Don't drink too much. I think that's part of why he said not to lose our heads.
Yes, I will not. Yes.
You just see the fact that Drac hasn't even He probably had like a tankard of ale in his hand. He hasn't even touched it at all this entire time. It's just there.
Doc's wine probably has disappeared after this encounter.
But outside in the courtyard, more guests are arriving. Are you choosing to engage in conversation, or are you being distant from the rest of them?
Okay, she would engage in like surface level conversation with people to kind of make it look like she's being sociable without
Roll a d6.
Cool. All right, let's see. That is a 5.
With a 5.
Uh-huh.
Who is... You instigate kind of surface. How do you start this conversation? Or do you let them approach you?
Oh, she's absolutely letting them approach her, but
Okay.
she's making herself look approachable. Like, not a closed off stance or anything, not ignoring people, but, you know, polite nods and little waves and all that.
With that, a broad-shouldered and kind of stiffed individual with this kind of cracked porcelain half mask. It looks like it was at one point an entire like face mask, but has been like purposely like smashed and broken to where it's just like the eyelets.
Okay.
The individual's wearing an obvious military-esque attire, but it definitely seems to be of colors from this island. So you imagine they're probably someone of, you know, equivalent to like a royal guard.
Okay.
There's a few medals, decorations you're unsure of, but they spot you, 2 of you, and head over. Ah, good evening. And he takes his wine glass and kind of tilts it towards you.
She will raise hers in turn, because she's absolutely snagged a wine glass or 2.
Well, I'd say I don't recognize either of you, but it's the point of this interesting gala, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So, I guess we should play along with their plans?
Certainly, I would think so.
Then I won't ask you your name, and I won't give mine. I just hope that while you're here, you had fun.
Appreciate that, you as well.
Of course. Who did you come with?
She cannot remember the name, or no, I cannot remember the name of the in my head. Shoot,
Red
I'll say it.
Obviously be able to remember the
Yeah.
name
Elton.
and title. Arcanist. His name is Zigmel Smelton, but obviously his title is Arcanist Smelton.
We came with Alchemist Smelton.
Oh. His works do well within the guard. I mean, I hear his works do well within the guard. It's like a
Right,
obvious
yes.
horrible wink.
Oh my god. She is politely responding, but not being super encouraging.
Mhm.
Um
Eva, you're right there. Do you see anything?
Nope, she is being the scary dog privilege.
Yes!
Okay.
Yeah, she's just gonna slip her hand.
She's
Aw.
got black hair and red eyes. It's really hard to not be scary to people.
Well,
They
nobody
can't
can
see your
your
eyes.
eyes.
Can't see your
Well,
eyes.
no, but like,
You have black hair and pale skin. That's what is visible.
Yeah.
still creepy enough for most of them the way she's
Yeah.
dressed.
Actually, the lack of eyes probably makes it worse.
Yes. She's gonna slip her hand like through Eva's arm and rest her hand on her forearm to kind of make it obvious that they're a couple. Because she doesn't want any
Right.
down boy.
After he makes his remark and then corrects himself, do you have any other conversation you're going to try and set forth, or do you just like basically kill it right there and just let it die?
She's gonna... Right, well, enjoy the party, and she's gonna kind of move off with Eva.
He kind of sees this and kind of raises a glass. You as well.
Might want to practice a little bit so you don't give yourself away again.
That's apparent, isn't it?
You know, that's in the medals.
Got to keep up some kind of appearance, I guess. Either way,
Right.
just have fun.
Same to you.
And he also leaves conversation.
Okay. Alright. While she is charismatic, she's not used to being on the nobility side of things.
I'm gonna see who you run into next.
Oh, goody.
Sure.
I don't like that noise. God. No, I refuse.
Half-elven individual of very predominant elven descent
Mhm.
flamboyantly makes their way to the two of you.
She's got this kind of like half growl that the person probably can't hear yet.
And they're not wearing a mask, but instead, almost as if their skin has been tattooed with glowing arcane spirals and symbols and a little bit of energy kind of emanating off of it. And they walk right up to you, Eva, and they get like in your face, like, my, my. Why, I just made this one yesterday. And they kind of lean back a bit after being so close. And you too. And they kind of take their hands on the sides of your cheeks. My goodness, such bone structure. Wow, my mask really brings all of it out, doesn't it?
They look
Is she
fabulous.
grabbing Red's face or Eva's?
Eva's face.
She growls audibly.
And then they take their hand and up, forward, and a bit close. Thornwick Bastille, fashion master.
Pleasure to meet you.
No.
Amazing work you've done with these masks.
Thank you. Are all of you here?
Somewhere.
Right.
Good. Finally be able to get one over on that one bastard. Ah, lovely. Yes, please tell me you're important.
I mean, I like to think I am.
Good. Play that loudly and proudly. I've got to put that one in the dirt before the end of this night. Oh, it's glorious evening! And they just head off.
Fair, honestly.
And you just hear, Meeks, tonight you will go down!
Oh, right.
Some sort of island rivalry we're not aware of.
I'd say so. If they had touched your face a moment longer, they might have been burnt to a crisp. I'm glad they took their hands away when they did.
We're trying to blend in, darling, not make a scene. I appreciate you, and I do the same for you, but we must still be civil.
Fine.
snacks, ladies? As a just well, but in comparison, plainly dressed servant walks over with a literal silver platter of snacks.
What kind of snacks are on there? I'm gonna make you
Everything is
think.
basically the same. It's all just a small, very fancy, hard disc bread with a
Uh-huh.
piece of very thinly sliced, folded over, dried and smoked meat with a kind of this twirly smear of soft cheese on top.
Okay, she will grab one and get kind of a little bit close to this person and lower her voice and make it on the surface look like she's not. Actually, you know what? No, she's not going to use message. She's going to try to make it look like she's but also talking to them at the same time. What's usually the most rowdy or excitable area in these parties?
And she kind of, you see, it's like a sly up twist of a grin. And she takes the platter kind of away from you and turns and just gives a nod.
Uh-huh.
And as she does so, it's towards the main house.
Oh.
And you feel,
Mm-hmm.
plucked through the weave, a familiar expression of magic.
Mm-hmm.
As a voice, sourcelessly, but right at your ears, whispers into you. Ah, well, the most fun comes once the night leaves. And then she kind of like gestures back towards the individual in the officer dress.
Mm-hmm.
Once the guards are gone, the party begins. Most of us just leave because we don't want to be here for it, but hopefully you're comfortable with substances.
Right. Thank you for the information. She will use message back, obviously. She can respond. And she
Yeah.
knows she can.
And then as she turns, she kind of does like the behind the back palm, like waiting for a tip.
Yeah, she's gonna put a freaking gold in her hand.
She pockets it,
Mhm.
turns back around with the snack plate for one last offering before she leaves.
Yeah, she's gonna grab another snack.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, okay. She's gonna turn to Ava and softly convey the information she just found out. So, I hope the guards don't leave until after whatever we're here for. I mean,
Did
it
you say
sort of
that?
works. Huh?
As you say that, over the courtyard, there is another kind of...
Uh-huh.
And you're the only ones of the party outside right now.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Individuals begin to make their way to the entrance of the courtyard. Do you follow?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay. As you follow, you can notice through the gates
Mhm.
a carriage being drawn by 4 pristine white horses is pulling up in a dark wood, kind of this darkened, stained wood.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging from the banners, just before they fall completely silent, there's a little bit of wind in them, you can see this large rose-like pattern in the banner. Then
Mm-hmm.
it falls. The coach driver gets off, down, quickly rushes to the door, opens it. Out steps a pale, porcelain-faced female with a single curling black thorn across the cheek of the mask that she is wearing.
Mm-hmm.
She is dressed in a complementingly clashed dark black, almost spiderweb-esque dress as she steps onto the street and through the threshold. Welcoming to the manor, Matron Selura Veilcrest. And as she comes in, she raises her hand to give a wave. And with your freakish passive perception, you notice on the back of her hand is this large, almost overgrown, ornate rose shape to complete with vines that are wrapping down and into her dress sleeves.
Interesting.
She waves.
Wouldn't
Everyone
happen to match one.
Everyone bows.
Oh, God. She does
Do
the
you
smallest bow
bow?
she can get away with.
Okay. Ela?
Just because of perception, would we be able to see if it matches the one that's on our dear dock?
It's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
If I remember right, Doc has the exact same birthmark, actually. His grew into that.
Yeah, in her
Ela.
bow, she's casting message to see if it'll reach him. I don't know how
Okay.
far away he is at this point.
Okay. Red, you notice, while you cannot see the eyes, the face of the mask lingers in your direction.
Great.
Is your mask's effect, I bet?
Yeah, you would stand out a tiny bit.
Yeah, well, true.
You cast message. What is the dimensions of things that blocks it? It was 3 feet of wood, 1 foot of snow, 1 inch of lead?
I believe so.
1 foot of
Sounds
stone,
about right.
1 inch of metal, thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood.
Oh, that's what, okay. In that case,
I know.
does it... Shit.
Doesn't
The
message
spell doesn't
also-
have to follow a straight line and
Yeah.
can travel freely.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
I just don't know if he's within 120 feet.
Right.
and closed doors.
And I'm going to say you're not sure why, but you cannot find a target to your spell.
Okay, that's fine.
I've been kidnapped off camera.
It's not like you have
No.
anything else on you that can be used.
But when she notices the gaze lingering on her, she will straighten.
The
And
message
stare
is a
right
cantrip.
back.
It would have been easier.
I know.
Having a stare down.
Yeah. she's literally just gonna stand there and look at her.
Go ahead and make me an intelligence saving throw, Red.
God dang, really? Okay. Okay.
What do you mean, really?
Intelligence saving
Oh no!
throw.
The consequences of my actions!
Yeah.
Are you really going to challenge someone like that?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
That's a 4.
Okay.
On that one.
Yeah, she nat won the saving throw, but I don't think it's count for saving.
Okay.
Yep. It's up.
She looks away from you.
Interesting.
And she heads inside.
Okay.
What do you do?
Did she pick up on the fact that something was like she had to react to something?
No.
No? Okay. So she literally just thought she stared at the woman, stared back, and then the woman went inside. Okay.
You wanted to stare down.
Interesting. I mean, she's not surprised, but also.
That's not terrifying.
She'll turn to Eva. That was odd.
You might want to use your sending stone and let Doc know that his family's arrived.
As
Right.
you turn to Eva,
Oh no. No.
you watch as the mask falls. And underneath, her mouth is agape as she has a Glasgow smile across her neck. And she is just bleeding profusely.
I mean, she's freaking out right now.
Okay.
God. She doesn't have any healing, does she?
You can cauterize, that's about it.
Damn! She's gonna just burn her neck. Oh my god. Okay. No. She has a a healing potion.
Okay. You take it out.
Yeah, she's taking it out and she's gonna like try and pour it down Eva's throat, and she's absolutely flipping out.
Okay.
But she's also not trying to draw attention.
Yeah,
She has enough wherewithal to like not really draw attention to it, but she's also kind of like half dragging Eva to a place where they can like not be seen, and she's like, what happened? Why are
Eva.
you bleeding? Here, drink this.
Eva, I need you to make an athletics check.
Jesus.
Oh, you mean the one I have a -1 in because it's strength-based?
Match
'Cause
there.
it's- Oh my god.
Wow.
Natural 20 -1 for a 19.
Oh,
With a natural 20 -1 for a 19, you manage to fight off Red as she has suddenly flipped the fuck out, has pulled out a health potion, opened it, poured it out in front of her as she tried to feed it to you, and now she is trying to drag you off.
Please hold.
I know exactly what spell you casted on her.
Alright, we both have a -1. Let's go.
yep. What are we doing?
What do you do?
I don't. I mean, if she's trying to drag me somewhere, like, I'm not entirely going to fight her, but I also have no idea why she's trying to drag me off.
No clue.
So
Well,
And
I will
you're
say,
gonna get
glass-
some resistance.
The glass hits the ground, shatters. With the sound of that, Red,
Mhm.
you look at Eva. The mask is back. There's no blood. She's fine. And there are individuals staring at you, kind of, what the hell's going on? And then you kind of hear one of the nobles. I guess somebody's already had too much wine.
she's gonna be.
We're gonna take our
Staring.
break there.
Oh no!
Hey
you
y'all,
just
thank you
unleashed
so
chaos.
much. Thank you so much for listening in so far. We're going to take our big break, our 10-minute break. We're going to run some ads and kind of pause the story here so you don't miss anything. But we're going to get some snacks, use a restroom, things like that, and we'll see you guys in about 9 to 10 minutes.
You are muted. It's you today instead of Megan.
Welcome back, everybody. Round 2. Thanks so much for hanging out during our snack break. We really appreciate it. And I'm just going to stay strong and be wrong and talk louder than everybody else.
Yeah. It's okay. Be red.
So,
Yeah.
back into the scene. Red.
Yeah.
You're quickly realizing health potion wasted, glass shattered. Eva, thankfully perfectly fine, but stares and eyes descending upon the two of you as whispers and murmurs of individuals already enjoying the festivities quickly spreading.
I think I must have had too much wine already. Pardon me. She's gonna like steer or try to steer Eva away from the people that are staring.
Okay. You quickly kind of head off to a section of the courtyard that is, everything's enchanted. Music is everywhere. But people also aren't everywhere right now because everyone was just gathered at the entranceway.
Right, yep.
So you can find a place to kind of get some cover.
Yeah.
You find one of those like stone benches and one of the various gazebos within the courtyard, kind of around the side of the building.
As soon as they're kind of like out of sight.
Yeah, and I say the side of the building, but as you turn the side looks exactly just like the front. Almost as if they just never made a side. Everything's the front.
Rich people.
Rich people.
That fucking bitch cast a spell on me that made it look like you were dying.
Darling, I would be screaming if I was dying, not standing calmly in front of you.
You didn't look like you were standing calmly.
I just answered your whole thing. You know what? Never mind. It's fine. Do you have the sending stone?
I do.
You might want to tell Doc that family has arrived.
Right. She pulls out the sending stone. God. Oh, does she think about it before she does it? Yeah, she does. God damn it. All right. You might want to check out the newest arrival. They have an interesting tattoo. She cast a spell on me?
Forwards.
No, you don't have to use all 25.
I know, I'm trying to fit everything I want to say into 4 words.
See, knowing Red, the last 4 would just be, don't fuck it up. I'm sorry, Megan.
I mean...
I'm sorry, Megan.
You probably wish she's off mute too. It's even better.
Yeah. Don't fuck it up. There you go. That's the last 4 words.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you do that.
Tactics, as you are enjoying some snacks, making light conversation with your individual party as you are just kind of like moving throughout the interior of the house, the areas that are open, there's art rooms, there's rooms that have various creatures, heads mounted to them, there's the library, just wherever you want to be, you're welcome to be in one of those main 3 areas. Or, of course, there's also the dining hall is closed currently. The dance hall is open. No one's in there yet. You can see there is, like, you kind of look in for a moment, and the doors was left ajar. You can just see that like a band is setting up.
Drac would definitely, the moment that he starts to feel the vibration from the sending stone.
Oh yeah, there's a quick like half-second warning, like
immediately grab Doc and and on to kind of like cover for him as he kind of like covers the sending stone to make sure like the sound is muffled as he brings it up. This way, like the two of them can also hear it as it comes through. And when he's done hearing the message, he just looks over and just goes, "Of course," and responds back, "Thank you for the heads up. Be careful out there. Try not to become center of attention. Be mindful." And that's it. I still had 6 that. It's fine. She knows what I mean by that message. And that's all. So, but now he just looks to them, puts away the sending stone. Well, it sounds like the other one that Zalton was talking about is here. So now we should just be careful of who we encounter and be aware of what we're going to see going forward. Your thoughts? And he turns to Doc.
Well, obviously, less attention is better, but Red's already gained the attention of a spell cast on her. We might not get a choice.
Well, at least we know, so at least we can prepare ourselves. If anybody comes in and we just follow the crowd. Same level of bowing and attention as given from them is the one we give them as well.
Just make sure we mingle with the guests. Don't seem like we're outcasts at the party.
Yep. Let's try out the library, because clearly the dance hall isn't ready yet.
I mean, we could always be the first to start. No. Library. Yep.
Head to the library.
That die went.
It full send. It went.
Why are your
I
dice
don't
louder
want
than your
to,
voice?
and he just bounced.
Oh, I don't know.
away. So who do we see? Who do we meet?
You head into the library and you see
As he has to re-roll because he didn't like the first roll he got.
no, I was something else. As the door to the library opens, because there was 2, one was fully open, the other one was not open yet. So, kind of push it as you enter. The hinge kind of groans like, oh, and you hear this quick shit, and poof, a book falls, and you watch as a male individual quickly like pulls a mask down and heads around a corner and just kind of picks up his drink, evening, and heads on. And not even like 5 seconds later, you see this female comes in the corner, kind of straightening her dress a bit, and she just gives a nod through her mask and keeps walking.
At least we was. You're muted.
It's bound to happen this session.
Gotta happen at least once a stream.
Exactly.
It does.
No, she just nods in understanding. Yes.
Should I leave you, the two of you, here alone for a little while then?
I mean,
I would choose a better place.
The first individual that came out was wearing a kind of avian-style raven-feathered mask. And their dress, their tunic was very kind of a different style. Even though they were human, the Vikazon, it kind of reminded you of kind of some of the clothes Buck would wear, kind of dwarvish in nature. Obviously, much, much fancier, but you can align the two styles.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. He was human.
Yes.
Wearing dwarvish style clothing.
Yes.
The individual was human, yes.
Yeah. Okay, noted.
Would you look?
He's tiny. He just wants to make sure the fact he looks the part.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Sorry, I had to get that joke in there somehow.
It's all right.
Moving on.
Are we looking for anything in particular, or just mingling about?
Mingle, and if you happen to stumble upon something, since it was open to everybody, it's not so much our fault. And Drac is already leaning towards like the actual bookshelves and just mildly like looking and seeing what's there, who else is around.
I get the feeling Doc would like glance at the bookshelves, see like a couple of names, and be like, "This is too smart for the noble that lives here."
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
The library room itself is large enough to house multiple tables in little sections. So as you're kind of wandering around Drakix, you do hear kind of someone under their breath kind of cursing and speaking.
First thing that's going to happen is Drac is going to go to that row that the couple ran out of to see what book fell. Out of morbid curiosity, honestly.
Yeah, it has a title.
They usually do.
Yeah.
What is it?
Of no consequence to you.
I still want to know.
You can't read the language.
Fine. He just puts it back on a shelf. Not really caring where it is currently. He's just like, whatever. They'll find it, put it away where it's supposed to go. He goes, and hearing the cursing, curiosity's sake, he's going to go kind of like near, but not be like almost intruding upon the person's space.
As you kind of turn the corner that breaks the bookshelf, you can see with this kind of dirty blonde hair, a decently well-dressed half-elven female with her mask set on the table next to her is kind of hunched over a couple of papers with inkwell and pen, and she is writing rapidly. You also notice there is a lute kind of leaning on the table next to her as she is writing. No, it's awful. And you can see she throws, there's like two other crumpled papers next to it, and she kind of starts writing again.
Drac is just going to go to like a nearby shelf, look to see what's there, and just softly mutter, "Sometimes when you're stuck on a choice of something, having another person to bounce an idea off can help."
Eek! She shrieks and then stifles herself. "I'm so sorry." And she grabs the mask, puts it on. And it's just a very simple, plain kind of... It actually is almost like a full, like, top of the head mask. Like, it rests. Like, this is more performer style than it is masquerade.
Yeah.
She looks... "I'm so sorry. I was just trying to
No
write
harm done.
this
Your
song for tonight, and I can't get the notes out of my head onto the damn blasted." She says a few words in Elvish you kind of pick up on because you mostly learn swear words and how to go to the bathroom. And
Yeah, exactly.
she says a couple colorful words in Elvish, and then
He's still learning occasionally. So
pauses herself. "Sorry, it's just lot is riding on this. And as you look, make a perception check.
That's a 19.
With a 19, you can kind of see the flaws in her outfit, the imperfections. And you get a sense that she's probably here on a break. Probably got somebody's word of mouth voucher and is trying to basically this is going hopefully this is her
like audition.
Yeah.
She took somebody else's paper, came in and trying to audition for their spot without really trying to.
It doesn't feel nefarious like that, but definitely feels like she's probably like an opening.
It wouldn't feel nefarious at all. He's just be like,
yeah,
oh, she did on me.
No, it feels like she's like the opening act.
Yeah.
And she's trying to really nail it down. And as you can see from the 2 to 3 to 4 crumpled apartments that are 4 or 5 feet on the floor away from her, she's not doing so well.
You know, a wise person once told me that when your nerves are too tight, what you need is a drink of some spirits, a deep breath, and just throw the worry out the wind. Well, overboard, really. Though he also was referring to a person. But anyway, that's beside the point. As long as you can ignore the worry and just be in the moment, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine.
She kind of looks at you for a moment. And she like full turns to chair, and Livigazan and Doc, you hear a as a chair is like rotated.
Like that would get our attention pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
They just see Drac just like leaning against one of the shelves as he's just like looking at her, not even in her space, just like good like 8 feet away.
Takes the quill and kind of points the feathered end towards you. Sailor.
Yes.
Typically a captain.
Same thing, just different title.
Captain. She kind of dips the inkwell in there a bit and starts writing. Keeps writing some more. And go ahead and give me a general charisma check.
That's an 8. The dice said, "You have done your job. You don't know what the hell happens anymore."
She kind of writes a bit, nods her head a bit, puts it away, takes what paper she does have and kind of quickly shoves it into her loot case, closes it. I'll take that drink.
He hands her the mug of ale that he's been having this entire time that he hasn't drank from.
She takes it and she just peels this entire almost like headdress off, and you can see the fairly attractive female, half elven, has this interesting scar that goes kind of across here. She just starts chugging back on it. Downs the whole fucking thing.
He just goes up and just goes, "May I?" Kind of like holds his hand out when she's done with it.
She hands it to you.
He takes it, but when he does, he also kind of like gently wraps 2 fingers around her wrist. And he's just going to pump in like 5 points of lay on hands just to make sure that he alleviates any kind of drunkenness from her.
Yeah.
So that even though she still has the high, she doesn't have the low with it. So this way, when she plays, she's actually a lot better off. She's more relaxed.
Okay. She kind of almost like play for play, kind of takes her hand, snakes it around, and grabs your wrist. Kind of holds on to your wrist for a minute.
He lets her.
And then she takes the other hand and kind of grabs your pinky. And then kind of like examines your hand. And you can see she's looking over like your calluses. The rope burns, the heel over.
At this point, Doc would kind of like nudge on and be like, "You should give him some space."
Yes. Yep.
He just looks at them from the corner of her eye, and both of them in their heads, like almost simultaneously, even though it's like a couple seconds delay, as he looks at each one of them. Don't think things that are not happening.
You never know.
Doc just gives a slight thumbs up as he pulls on away.
He just rolls his eyes. Ignore them.
It's just a How to Train Your Dragon thumbs up.
That would absolutely be on though.
But you can see there's like this moment where like the artistry takes over, and she looks, the rope burns, your calluses, and kind of eventually lets go of you, steps back, and looks you over. Of the sea. But the one we used to know. And she heads off back to the table. And opens, like, puts the loot case down, cracks it open, grabs her papers, and a couple fly off to the side, and she grabs her inkwell and starts writing again.
He just stands there a little bit like confused, but also like shock. He's like, what the hell just happened? But he's like, okay. After a moment when his thought process finally like goes back into the moment, he's like, I take it you're better off now, right?
Just one second. What's your name?
You don't need to put my name.
Oh, please. It's not for the song.
For a moment, he thinks about it. And he just goes, you could put down Sparksteel.
And she just kind of nods. She doesn't write it down. It was for her.
Yeah. He like when she said that it wasn't for the song, he realized, but also he's not going to give his name because he doesn't want to put a target on anybody else's back. So he'd rather give the name that Ava gave him.
She quickly kind of finishes up a couple last notes and then kind of picks up the paper, and you can see it's quickly scribbled, but there are notes, words. She looks at it. She takes that one sheet, straightens the rest up, puts it back in her loot case, closes it, and she heads over to you, kind of crosses one leg in front of the other, bows, one hand up to the side, stands upright. Marielle Vintorn, Skybound composer.
Does that name ring any bells in his head?
Make a history check.
That feels so important. No, never mind. That's a 2.
Nope.
Marielle. That's a very interesting name. I hope this night works out for you and you make an impression.
I'm sure I will. And she taps you on the shoulder and then heads out.
He's going to give her a moment and then look for the other two, who I'm pretty sure stayed within like earshot to listen to everything.
2 rows down.
Well,
Yeah.
They're like
And
peeking through the books.
They've strategically removed just enough books to peek through.
Doc would know how to.
Up here.
He just walks over to them.
Just putting some books back. I feel like we should maybe borrow this one because it has really interesting. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Meanwhile, it's in a language she doesn't read.
She's holding it upside down.
What does that title say? And why are you holding it upside down?
It says Kajral now.
That's a draconic. It's upside down.
Yes.
And you're also reading it backwards.
Then I said it pretty well for doing that.
No. He just takes the book out of your hand, flips it around the right way, and just plays it back to you.
Okay, yep, cool, okay. Thanks.
It's fine. It's fine.
Boom, boom, boom.
You finally get food?
Please gather in the main hall.
Oh no.
We make our way to the main hall.
Either.
Does that sound outside too?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Red.
Yeah.
As everyone's heading inside, the excitement increases. People are smiling more. They're getting ready. But you notice something seems just a little different.
Oh.
As you watch the 4 guards that were at the front gate have all positioned themselves outside of the gate. And they are closing the doors.
Oh, meaning like they're trying to shut her out?
No, in.
Oh. Ava, dear, that's odd. Is this
You're not sure if they're closing the gates because anybody else who is arriving is now just too late. You can't get in, or what? But all 4 guards are now outside, and the gates have been closed.
Right.
Vampire dinner, we're fine.
Oh, God.
It's a Vampire Masquerade 2.0.
We should probably head in. But if we need to get out of here quickly, I'm almost certain dark will be the only way.
We have other ways.
Right.
Whether they'll let us out.
Fair. Well,
Let's go find our friends, shall we?
right, let's go.
In the main hall, it's not too difficult to find each other. It takes a little bit of time because there are more individuals here.
Just look for Zahn. She's like 10 feet taller than everyone.
Basically, yeah. That's
the beacon.
about it.
Haven't been the beacon at cons. Yeah, it's very easy.
Yep.
Just sort of tap Zahn on the shoulder and be like, hi.
More like on the hip.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have a feeling that Red would have explained exactly what she saw to Eva. As far as, like, the exact imagery.
Gotcha.
Glad you made it in. Do you know what all this is about?
No, but I did see the guards closing the main gates.
The moment she says that, can Drax get like a vibe check and feel like how it is inside right now?
Make an insight
Knowing
check.
his past as a smuggler and everything. Okay, that's not bad. That's a 15.
15. People are excited.
Uh-huh.
They are happy to be here, and they cannot wait for the festivities to really take full swing. Seems to be like the common combination of phrases happening over the night.
Okay. No specific festivities mentioned?
Nope.
Cool.
Okay.
In the main hall, at one of the steps, you all watch as Lady Carfine kind of climbs up a couple of stairs to kind of position herself a little higher so she can speak to everyone. Trying to blow your eardrums out with her voice.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Hello, everyone. And thank you so much for being here tonight at this year's Garden Gala. Of course, we are so welcome for all of you here. And the time is upon us. The dance hall is open. Dinner will be in about an hour or so. But before dinner, we will have the typical contest of funding to see who of our 3 contestants is having their inventions escalated to the realm of nobility. And then the real fun will begin after dinner concludes. And with that, you watch as the large doors, 10, 15 feet tall, that lead Drakic, you kind of got a quick peek into as the band was setting up. You see as they slide into the wall, opening a massive banquet hall that has been completely emptied except for curtains, tables along the far sides. In the far end, you see a band, and there, center stage, Drakic, you see the well enough now that you've seen her mask and her attire, you do see the Muriel Vintorn. Begins to play. And it is this interesting blend of classical sea shanty.
Mm-hmm.
As people begin to very politely, very noble-esque move into the dance hall.
Drac would just go with the flow.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for Smelton.
What was that?
Doc will keep an eye out for Smelton.
You do catch him. He seems to have worked his way kind of towards the front of the crowd, but you do clock him, and he's kind of heads inside, and you watch as he kind of heads in and very nonchalantly tries to grab a table that's off to the side quickly.
Yeah. Probably should make our way there.
Okay.
Smart idea.
You head over. He sees you. Ah, good. Everyone's still around, it seems. So? Anything interesting on your end?
Well, Red seems to have garnered the attention of the matron.
Oh. Should we leave?
No, we're fine. Just a little contest of wills.
Right.
Drac is going to look for the couple from the library first to see if they're together.
Make a perception check.
No.
Was this like a off the books rendezvous?
That is a 12.
With a 12, you spot the female. She is not with the male you caught her with.
Oh.
Drac is just going to take his mug that's empty now, that he still has, and kind of act as if like he's drinking, and just underneath his breath, we did see a very interesting meeting of the minds in the library by 2 people yet that do not seem that they are together.
The lower minds.
That's a interesting way to put that. Right. We need to work on your metaphor.
Marcus puts the mug down at this point.
About this time, once you say that, Levikazan, a familiar female voice overcomes the room. And of course, we couldn't have such an incredible gala without the esteemed help of our two master mask makers, Jora Meeks, and of course, Thornwick Bastille. And Red Eva, you immediately recognize Bastille as the individual who is super excited to bury Minx this year with his designs. Drakix, you immediately recognize Minx as the male.
Oh!
The other male in the library.
He just looks over and just goes, oh.
And we'll close the session there.
No!
No, I will say this before we close the session.
Okay, sure.
Everyone at the table that knows Drac sees the glint in his eye, meaning he has a plan to ruin people at this moment.
So we're going to close the session for your characters there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
But as the scene fades upon the ballroom, there is an overlooking balcony within the same room. Sitting upon it, the matron and Croissant, staring out over the party. So do you really think he's here? Or she? Or whoever it is that we felt? I do. I'm unsure where our blood runs, but there is one here, unaccounted for in our tree. Find him. Or her. It matters not. We must nip all the branches.
Okay.
What? You...
Okay.
All right, you two evil Knievels, calm down.
Right.
You can't
I'm
just
just trying to
roll
make a good
flat.
story, y'all. I'm just trying to tell a good story.
Yeah.
I just provided
What
a
you're
nice units for the story.
This dress is going to get blood on it. That's all I'm saying.
Might look better that way.
Nutmeg.
Am I-
I'm gonna need a map. Nutmeg. I'm gonna need a map, by the way.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Amazing.
I would
Oh,
also say I'm gonna need a map, but I'm just throwing my players in the ocean and letting them deal with it. So
done. I'll do it. Put some sharks in there. Yeah.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. If we did a good job telling a fun story tonight with all of these lovely talents that I have so much honor and privilege to play this game with, let us know. Let us know on Twitch. Let us know on YouTube. Come say hi in the Discord. We want to make sure we're just having fun because we're having fun. We want to make sure you're having fun as well. So we hope you do. And please remember, before we close out, we love you very much. You are worthy of love. You are needed in this world. And if you're going to be with your friends, your family, your chosen family, every situation is made better if you bring your snacks. So always bring your snacks. Personal favorite of mine, I love Reese's, so bring me some Reese's. I'll be so happy.
none of the new chocolate lava shit though. It's not good.
No. Just plain regular Reese's.
Yep.
I love them. Can't get enough.
They need to sponsor the Friday game.
Oh my gosh, for real.
This episode brought to you by Reese's.
Reese's. One day, I promise. If you're out there listening and you want to sponsor us, let's just
Yes.
say hi. But we're going to get out of here and go have some chill out time because I think my players need it after this session.
Gasp.
So, have a
Yeah.
great night, everybody, and we will see you next time on Tales of the Skytorn.